Sorry for my tardiness, but the show must go on. Without further ado, let's get it. Testing, 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 testing. What's going on, y'all? Welcome. Get my damn captions up here. I always forget. Everybody, welcome to Marcus Speaks Live, the very podcast that gives you um, trending topics and other random stuff. I am your host, Marcus, and this is Marcus Speaks Live. I hope you guys are about to have a good start of your weekend, because this is the start of your weekend. All right? Come here. Make sure you guys wipe your feet, please. All right? This is my house. Please wipe your feet before you come into the show. And with that being said, let me get into some promotions and then we can start the show. All right. So, with that being said, people, every Friday I do this here podcast, Marcus Speaks Live. You can catch me at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then tomorrow, just like any other Saturday, I do a gaming stream called Marcus Speaks Play. Now, I did say that I will be off until the end of January, but I didn't expect for the God of War to come out with their DLC, so we will be tackling that tomorrow afternoon. So come on through, come back, come and chill with us. Well, chill with me, but I'm just saying, come and chill with me. So, I'll be playing that. And then if I beat it tomorrow, if not, whatever, I'll come back next Saturday, and then we'll be back to the regular scheduled program. But with that being said, if you could, please, once you have subscribed to this here channel, make sure you go ahead and go to the link in the description box, which is the Rumble link I am talking about. And please do yourself a favor, follow me on Rumble. I think I need, 13 more people, 11 more people? Between 11 to 13 more people to start streaming live over on Rumble. All right, so please do me that favor. And if you could, like, comment, subscribe, share this to your social media, friends and family if you could. Also, people, if you want to call into the show, if you want to come and talk to me, you can. It's easy, all right? It's very easy. There's a link pinned in the live chat where you see that white bar. Hit that white bar. It then extends, has the link. And also, the call-in number, which is 302-283-9791. I repeat, 302-283-9791. All right? Now, what else I got going on? Oh, the rules. If you guys want to call in, there are some rules. All right? Those rules are, rule number 1, you must be on camera. That means here on the backstage. Once you hit the green room, you need for your microphone and your camera to be ready if you want to be shown. Because if you don't, which is rule number 2, if you don't want to be on camera, that's fine, but you still got to be on camera here on the backstage so I can see who I'm speaking with. There's a question back here I would like for you to answer. Please leave your name in your answer. Do not make it a conversation in my private chat. Leave your name in your answer so I can further accommodate you from there. And rule number 3, which is, please mute all background noise. Go to a nice secluded space in your house so you can come and talk to me. I would like to hear you. I prefer you use wired headphones because it makes for a better sound to hear you. So help me, help you, and help yourself, help me, so we can further understand each other better. All right. And please, if you could, like this video, subscribe if you are new here, hit that bell icon to all so you can get all my notifications once I go live. Comment in the live chat and as well. Share this to your social medias if you could, please. All right. If you've been here before, but if you haven't, I like playing videos when I do my show. Uh, the reason being, it helps me further my point when I go through the articles that I'm going to be going through with y'all. So before we get into fair use, I would like to say all articles and all videos are accredited in the description box below. I do not own any of the material that I'm using tonight. But with that also being said, um, all articles have been altered from its original form due to plagiarism. All right, had to switch some things up so they don't know I'm using there, but I will be calling out the organization that of the article of what I am using. So, but it's just been altered, so it's not verbatim. All right, some words been switched around, some sentences have been chopped out. Some articles probably consist of just a paragraph. That's how I like to do it here. All right. Also, the scrolling tickers for you, please look over that if you can. And with that also being said, let's get into fair use. And it goes a little something like this if it plays. It's not going to play. All right, let's try that again. All right, forget it. Let me just bring it up on screen and I'll read it from there. Here we go. So, warning: federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107. All right. That is fair use, people. So, people, how about we just start the show? So, if you guys don't know, I like to do a little thing called short banter. Short banter or small banter. Basically, it helps me warm up the show, helps me warm myself up so I can get things going up in here. So, how about we get to it? So, the first thing that we'll be speaking about tonight is Charleston White. I don't know if you guys have seen this dude lately, but if you know, Charleston White has you know, I went over it last week. It was a topic of him going on the Cam Newton podcast. He said some things I didn't agree with. I'm not too sure how you guys feel about Charleston White, but I think Charleston White is a parasite, me personally. So much so, he did a comedy show sometime this week, I believe, of which DL Hughley caught wind of it, and I don't really respect DL Hughley's opinion anymore, but that's besides the fact. But DL Hughley had something interesting that he said. He said, "Clowns, no, clowns and comedians are two different things. Do not lump those two together," is basically what he said. Basically stating that Charleston White's a fucking clown. That's what he basically was saying. And I agree. I agree. Give me a second. I need to bring something up. I need to have something in front of me so I can work with it. So let me see where it's at. Come on, come on up, come on up. All right, do this real fast and boom. All right. Now, let's get into this video. It's very short, but you guys are about to see something that I thought was freaking hilarious. Personally. Okay. Let's get into it.
Talk right.
I already got the back here. I don't care about getting booed. I already got the back here. I don't give a damn about getting booed, nigga. I done already got paid. You paid to see me, nigga. You paid to see me. Lakers, chairs, and wine ass, nigga. Pull out some money, though. Pull out some money, though.
So I guess he's in California. Maybe. Not too sure, but there was a couple dudes that had some Lakers jerseys on, and you know, they was also heckling Charleston White. I never heard any stand up from him before, but it's soon to be seen. But basically they was telling him, yo, talk right. Like, you know what I mean? We don't understand you. We ain't from where you from. Talk right. So you know, Charleston Charleston White basically was trying to flaunt his money, like, nigga, I got the bag, like, fuck out of here, nigga. Like, I already got my money before I came on stage, so I don't care if y'all boo me or not. I still got the bag, and to me, that's tacky. Like, you know what I mean? Fuck out of here. But let's see what else happened. So in true Charleston White fashion, basically taunting the guy, pull out some money, as if he's supposed to flaunt what he has just so, you know, y'all can battle or whatever the hell he's trying to do. And this is just ridiculous. Like, honestly, this is ridiculous. Like, if I haven't said it before, Charleston White is a goddamn demon. All right, but guy was approaching the stage. People was trying to, you know, like, hey man, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that serious? Chill out. So, this is what happened after the guy approached the stage, and it's rather funny. Now, hold on. Before we continue, I'm not sure if YouTube is going to take me off after this video gets shown. So if so, I haven't created a backup. I need to start doing that. I need to start creating a backup just in case something happens like that. So note to self, I'm going to start doing that with these shows. So note to self, make a backup just in case something happens. All right, let's get into this. So if you guys didn't know, Charleston White, one of his eyes is fake. I believe it's the one that's like big as fuck. Like one side is like normal, the other side is like Uncle Ruckus. So one of the dudes that I guess the guy that stood up that had the Lakers jersey on, I think he had a Lakers jersey on as well. He came from Charleston White's bad side and tackled him to the ground. So this was the aftermath of it all. And you can hear one patron screaming the funniest fucking thing in the world. Listen. As you can see, that was a beautifully
Jonathan Majors
a beautifully large woman telling her her I guess the guy she was with to put her on stage. And he said, I can't do it. The fuck? But anyway, that concludes this short banter portion. But I do want to bring one thing up first before we continue. So last week's video, if I had a round of applause, I would give it to y'all, but I don't. So I'm gonna give y'all a DJ horn. Y'all blew up last week's show. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Last week's show is probably one of my best performing shows to date. It was another one before that. It was a video I was talking about Rizza Islam that had a lot. Then I have several others that take that mantle as well. But this one, last week, that one took the cake of it all. Like, you guys put it up to like, I think it was 2,000 something. Can't remember. It's like 2,000 some odd views on that. So everybody who watched, I would like to thank you guys. These are and you guys make me happy. But it was one thing I wanted to bring up from that. So it was a gentleman that I spoke with in my comment section. I guess he didn't understand what I was trying to convey with last week's show. So he left some comments, and I want to bring them up real fast so I can basically try to show him what I was trying to say last week, if I can find it. One second. All right, so he hits me up on here, and he tells me, you're not too smart for suggesting you can just prove your innocence if even hit with a sexual assault charge. It's literally your word against someone else's. Okay, the first thing he did was basically tell me that I was dumb, right? When there's an allegation against somebody, it's only that, it's an allegation. What I was conveying, which I started to say before every show now, which I'm gonna say it now. My show consists of 3 parts: articles, videos, and my opinion. Sometimes not even in that order. But my show consists of videos, articles, and my opinion. The one thing you hear more than the 2 things you really hear more than anything is the articles and my opinion. You usually hear my opinion more than the articles because I'm usually stopping from reading the article and basically conveying my opinion on the topic that I am speaking of. Okay, so that's number 1. That's the first paragraph that he wrote. So second paragraph. Also not defending him nor saying he's innocent, but settling out of court do not mean you're guilty of anything. Sometimes the perception can be worse than the reality. You're not paying because you're guilty. You're paying to let the story nor fester and cause you more harm. But this is the thing, and the person's name is Ja Music Mansion. Where what? The last part I don't really know what the hell it says, but it's all jumbled together. Anyway, could be a bot, who knows? But basically, he's trying to say that. Okay, he is innocent, right? Until proven guilty. But that was just the first case. The first case, Cassie's lawsuit, was damning evidence enough. Basically, Diddy settled out of court, and like I said last week, I'm all Diddy the hell out. Like, so for me to bring this up is I don't even know why I'm doing it, but I gotta basically say this. So Diddy's first case, and we all know this from prior cases like this. Someone gets accused. Well, I brought up Michael Jackson one week. Michael Jackson got accused of child molestation. He paid out of court to the parents. And then after that, one by one, over the years, people started coming out saying Michael Jackson touched me in the teacups or on the Ferris wheel or in his bedroom or whatever, right? Diddy settled no more or no less than 12 to 24 hours after the lawsuit was made public. He settled out of court. So, from people understanding cases like this when you're accused, and if you pay, and as quick as he paid, we all knew everything was going to start falling into place of other people coming out. It's this has been done time and time again. Happened with Bill Cosby. It happened with R. Kelly. It happened with anybody you can think of that this happened to. So I'm not understanding what he's not getting out of that. So he also wrote more. So I basically wrote back. I said, "Sounds like you're defending him. It's a 17-year old. That's guilty until proven innocent grounds for me." And that's basically what I was conveying in the video as well. Also said, but thanks for the comment. If you catch a live show, call in. Right? Okay, so he comments back. He says, "That's now how it works, though, is it? Question mark. You don't get to just say things, and I'm left to defend myself." Okay, so I understand that part. Yes, you don't get to say that someone did something to you and you don't come out and say anything. Of which Diddy did that. When the third girl or fourth girl came out, the lady that said she was 17 years old in 2003 and she got assaulted by Diddy. So I understand what he's trying to say here. You don't get to say that I did something to you and it never happened. I understand that part too. But one thing he's not getting is the woman said she was 17 years old. That's the whole reason why last week's video, when I brought that part up, I basically said that this is his nail in his coffin. Not in those words, but I basically said this is the nail in his coffin. 17-year-old girl. At the time, woman comes out, she's 38 now, basically saying he did this to me. Or she's 37, 38, whatever. So, okay. He also goes on and says the burden of proof belongs with whom is making the accusation, as it should be. It's for her to prove it, as it would be for your accuser if it even happened to you. And that's the part that I had an issue with, because I told him, and he said more, but this is what I told him. Well, matter of fact, I'll get into what I said, because he has some wild shit that he said after he said that. He says this: "It seems chances are more likely they did not know her real age, and that can be a defense because at 17 she is in a club." Okay, hold on. "Some of these girls are overgrown physically and force rape mentally. It's not as easy to tell. The one is probably more defendable than some his other cases." No. because ignorance is no excuse of the law. If you didn't ask the girl how old she is before you flew her cross country, then that's your fault. That's not her fault that she didn't convey her age. It's not her job to tell people, I'm 17 years old. No, you're supposed to ask the people how old they are, who you're around, because for what he didn't know at the time, not only was he about to engage into a sexual act with a minor, he possibly also fed alcohol to a minor. So that's also a crime. So I also said last week, this case is basically criminal at this point. I said that. You can go back to the tape and hear me say, this is criminal at this point. Anyway, so I said, I don't know about this one. Although he didn't know her age and she's in a club, that doesn't negate the fact that she's underage. Young girls do a lot of things, but they shouldn't be SA'd because they're somewhere they shouldn't be. Don't put me in his mess. I don't treat women in an unsavory manner, so kill that noise. That was the why I said that is when he put me in this shit. I gotta find it again. Uh, it seems changed more like it. Blah. I think it's up here. Um, the one sentence where he said it's for her to prove it as it would be for your accuser if it even happened to you. So when I said I don't treat women unsavory, kill that noise. Don't put me in this because I've never done none of the shit that Diddy has done to women. So don't put me in the category of Diddy. Like, no, I don't do that. That's not my forte. That's not what I like to do. I am not a predator of young women. I'm a predator of older women. I like women 5 to 10 years older than me. So that's what I like to deal with. Not all the time, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if I see a nice looking older woman that's well put together, takes care of herself, I'm going to holler at her. You know what I'm saying? I'm a dog. Zing that. Anyway, I also said this though. Also said on the real though, why is this so important for you to defend? SACM, which means child molestation, and R wording isn't a jacket you put on someone unless they did that shit or has been suspected of doing that shit. So why is that? So why is it that you feel so strongly about the defense of Diddy if you don't know him? Okay, so he wrote some more shit that I haven't read yet, but we're gonna read this live. So this is what he had to say. It's not a defense, my guy. There's a principle in law that protects the average person from erroneous accusations. Yes, it's called habeas corpus. What the fuck are we doing here? Anyway, it's called innocent before proven guilty. It it is why the burden of proof is on the one making the accusation. Well, there was pictures. That's one bird. That's that's something that they can bring into evidence. That she took pictures. She's in Diddy's studio. Like, what more evidence do you need other than she's 17? She's at the studio. She met them in a nightclub in Michigan somewhere, and she got flown the fuck out from somewhere in Michigan to New York City, which invokes the Mann Act. I'm no lawyer, but you know, we have seen R. Kelly go through the same shit. Anyway, moving on. Uh, who said anyone should be SA? Question mark. Overage or underage, reading is fundamental, and so is comprehension. I comprehend well. Seems though you wasn't trying to understand what the fuck I was trying to say. Anyway, let's keep going. I said he cannot be faulted for not knowing she was underage. He can be faulted. He can be faulted for her being underage because a judge would expect you to ask a woman that you're talking to how old you are somewhere in the conversation. Now, gotta remember, in the lawsuit it stated that Harve Pierre approached her and told her Mr. Combs would like to see you. Come up to our VIP section. That's what it said in the lawsuit. So, if you look at it, Diddy approached her first by way third person of Harve Pierre. Okay, so let's keep going. Underage because first of all, she's in an adult bar, and chances are she had a fake ID and didn't look her age like so many young girls today. That could be very well true, fake ID or not. Somewhere in there, someone would suspect you asking the woman her age, or the girl, she was a girl at the time, her age. Let's keep going. If she lied, he cannot and won't be charged for underage anything, but he sexually assaulted her, sir. That is a crime. Just because she didn't tell Diddy her age doesn't negate the fact that since she was in a bar, she could possibly be of age, and then since she could possibly be of age, that there is a possible outcome that he won't be charged for anything that he did that night. Okay, let's keep going. Though he still can receive the R/SA charge, but the severity that comes with doing it with a minor, he'd escape once she was not truthful or not looking like a minor. Okay, well, all right. What else did he say? He said, you don't have to be a person who treat women shitty for a woman to accuse you of anything. In a case like Puff, whom I clearly stated I was not defending, yet you saying it, he has money, and that is all you need to which is all you need to have lies told about you in an effort to extort. Okay, I understand that part. Some people are saying that Cassie extorted Diddy, but we don't know that because she hasn't spoken about any of that yet. We don't she hasn't yet told her story of why she pursued her lawsuit. We don't know that information. It hasn't been put out there yet. So why the woman, the recent woman, just did what she did? We don't know that effort as well, unless it goes into court. See, you're making statements of which you think that you know what the fuck you're talking about. Me personally, I was only speculating of what could happen. I'm speculating. This is a speculation of what could possibly happen. It is my personal opinion of what I think could personally happen to Diddy. It's not a fact of what I'm talking about. It is a speculation, which is a hypothesis of, hey, this could happen because of this reason. See, if you say I don't comprehend well, you don't listen well, because possibly when I was up here last week conveying my statements of my opinion, basically stating that this could possibly go into court because the girl was 17. That's what the lawsuit states. That's all I can go off of. I'm not speculating anywhere anywhere outside of what I read and what I saw on the paper. I'm not looking at anything else. I'm not going to any other case of that you can look up in a law book. No, I'm not looking at none of that. I'm looking at the lawsuit and what is being conveyed in my face through legal documents and things that has happened similar that coincide with what I was talking about. As I stated, Bill Cosby last week, and as well R. Kelly. Those are the only two people that I can look at in Michael Jackson, that has gone through something like this. Like, what the fuck is so hard? Anyway, let's keep going. His problem is it's easy to accuse him because of his lifestyle, partying, women, etc. Yeah, but they're not going to look at that in a court of law. They're not going to look at, oh, well, he's a celebrity, so this girl's going to want to extort him for money because he's worth so many millions of dollars. They don't fucking care. They don't care. Like, not once would that even be brought up into court. Well, my client makes such and such amount of money, and this is the reason why that this young lady is trying to extort him and blah, 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 blah. I'm pretty sure his legal team would try to bring that up, but when you get charged with a crime, the investigation process now has to start. They have to throw shit at the wall to see what sticks. The one things that can stick is that the girl was underage. Did he flew her out of the state she was in? And that there was pictures taken in Diddy's studio. That evidence will stick because it's physical evidence and you can touch it. You know why? Because if she said she was in Michigan and she got flown on a private jet to New York City, then that's all the information that they fucking need, that they need to build their case around. It could be a weak argument, could be a strong argument. Guess what I just did? A speculation, because you know what? I don't fucking know what the hell her legal team is going to do, nor do I know what the fuck his legal team is going to do. All right, let's keep going. I used to volunteer at the ACLU. Do you know what that is? I do know what that is. Civil Liberties Union, and you know what they did, okay? They upheld the principles of the law. I know that. They argued for racists and Nazis, even not because they supported them. It was started by Jewish folks. Who doesn't know that? Anyway, let's keep going. But because of the principles of freedom. It's silly to read my defense of the law as a defense of Puff. Get some comprehension, overstanding, my guy, but you're not that smart, sir. This is a podcast. I can't make concrete fucking statements stating that he is something. Do you know who did that? Tasha K. Do you know what fucking happened to her? She got sued. The fuck is wrong with this dude? I've covered Tasha K so many fucking times. Every time I fucking cover her, I always say this. Hey, this should be a teaching lesson. Or a learning lesson from what she did of what we shouldn't do as podcasters. Because I always used to bring up her talking about her sources. Sources say this, sources say that. My sources this, my sources that. Her sources got her fucking in court, federal court at that. Got her in federal court and she lost. So much so that she was so fucking cocky that she said, I'm gonna appeal this, I'm gonna take this all the way to the Supreme Court. To where she lost that as well. Because it was concrete. You know what was concrete? That she was on her fucking live or lives stating that Cardi B had an element she didn't have. That's evidence number one. Evidence number two, what was that? She kept going, even after Cardi B tried to hash it out with her. She kept going. So that was show to a legal team. One party tried to reach out to another to try to gain some understanding of why she's doing that and to see if they could squash the matter. Oh, it seems as though that the opposite party didn't want to do that, and she kept going on with it. That's the reason why the one side of the party took action legally, of which landed the other party in federal court. Like, nigga, I do this every fucking week. I do this every week. So, as I said earlier in the comments, when you first talk to me, if you catch a live, call in, because I would love to talk to you. But, you know, once you say that, hey, call in, come talk to me, nobody wants to fucking call in. It's all radio silence at that point. Anyway, he also, because the last two, I never got back with him for the simple fact that too damn long, number one, and number two, you're spending too much time on this. Like, after I'm done a topic, I'm done with the topic. I really don't give a fuck about it no more. But he also had to say, which is short, he says, and when I say it's more defendable, I would hope you knew I meant in court and not that I'm defending him. Fix up your mental. No, your mental is in question because you the one basically stating that young girls, these are your words, young girls are more mature physically nowadays. That's what you said. None of that came out of my mouth. So it seems as though that you take an affinity of looking at younger women. And younger women, I mean young girls. So that's your prerogative. So you possibly might be in the same boat as Diddy right now. And that's just a speculation. Anyway, that concludes today's short banter, people. Let's get into the main topic. And the main topic overview of tonight is the trial fiasco of Jonathan Majors. So if you guys have been following this, because I've been following this since it started, like jury deliberation and all that. I just haven't really covered it because they haven't really like gotten any like juicy stuff that I can present until now. Excuse me. So this case has been going on for about like, I think it's been like 8 months or something like that. So I believe in March, early March of this year, the whole thing happened where, you know, he was in New York with his ex-girlfriend, and it was girlfriend at the time. And, you know, it was stated that Jonathan Majors physically assaulted the young lady. So, but it was speculation that Jonathan Majors did none of the sort. So, which raised eyebrows of the of what happened that night. So, tonight I will be going over some of those things as well as some of the new discoveries of what also has occurred in court. So, with that being said, how about we play our first video? But before that, the article that I will be reading to you guys I got from Vulture. And if you guys have watched my show, you know I don't usually use the full title. I either take bits and pieces from it or I take a shortened part of the title and use it. So, the Vulture, but the original title and all that's in the description box below. Anyway, what are the allegations against Majors? Says Vulture. So how about I get into this video and let's see exactly what are the allegations against Jonathan Majors.
High-profile domestic violence trial is now in its fifth day, and Major's accuser and his ex-girlfriend broke down in tears in court while detailing her relationship with the Hollywood star and recounting the night of an alleged assault. Meanwhile, Majors pleaded not guilty and is denying all accusations.
Joining us now for more on the case are ABC News legal contributors Brian Buckmeyer and Shauna Lloyd. Thank you both for joining us on this today. Now, Brian, you've been in the courthouse every day this week. We know that Majors' ex-girlfriend gave an emotional testimony. So what would you say that this week focused on there down at the court?
Well, I would say there's probably two things more specifically. One is like the previous relationship that he had with Grace Jabari, how there's been ups and downs of what I can only describe to be a very toxic and controlling relationship from an emotional and verbal standpoint. And then the actual allegations from March of this year, that being the whole roller coaster of her being Grace Jabari taking Jonathan Major's cell phone because of a concern of infidelity from a text message that she read, him fighting back for that cell phone, running up and down the streets, her then going to a nightclub with three friends that she met, and the aftermath of her being found on the bathroom floor because Jonathan Majors calls 911 concerned for her health.
And Shauna, Jabari told jurors that Majors had bouts of explosive rage and also demanded, this was something that blew up on social media, that she sort of think of herself as Coretta Scott King or Michelle Obama and act accordingly. What's the picture that prosecutors are trying to paint, especially with that comment and those comments?
So prosecutors are trying to show that he was holding her to a very unattainable standard, something that most people do not expect to be held to. However, how this is going to fall is really going to depend on who's listening. When we think about those individuals, certain portions of the population see them more as aspirational icons. So that's going to be a very interesting point to see how it hits the jury.
It certainly will be. Now, Brian, back in June, we know that Majors filed a counterclaim, right, saying that his ex was the aggressor. That complaint has since been dismissed, but will his legal team maintain that angle and argue self-defense?
Absolutely, and they've been arguing as well. In New York, we call self-defense justification because you're justifying the actions you're doing. And I would tell our viewers, feel free, look it up. It's called Penal Law Code 35.25, and it says you're allowed to use non-deadly force to stop a larceny, a theft, or criminal mischief, the damage of your property. So just like if we went outside and someone tried to steal your purse and you hit that person to take your purse, we wouldn't charge you. And so in a case where Grace Jabari is saying, yes, I took his phone, and then he used non-deadly force because it's a broken fingertip and an injury in the back of the ear is her claim, there's actually video of her outside chasing Jonathan Majors in front of an apartment and then in a club. And you can see with the finger she claims to be broken, she keeps putting her hair behind her ear, the ear that has the injury. And every time, I played college soccer. I've broken this pinky, this hand, fractured this cheek, and this ankle. And yeah, I kept playing the game, but if I touched that injury, you would see it. But you don't see that reaction. That's what the defense is arguing.
Shut him.
Well, wasn't she drunk though? Wasn't she drunk before the fact, or under the influence, I should say? Wasn't she under the influence before before everything happened, and then she got upset because she saw the text message, and then after that she did what she did. They both exit the car. He tries to put her in the car, and then what have you. So I don't know, but I just want to know if she was under the influence or not. So,
more testimonies on the way. What can we expect?
What we're going to start to see is the witnesses. Now, these are very important persons who are going to start to tell us the real objective information. The driver of the SUV is kind of the silent observer. He was front and center to hear what happened, how it happened, and how everything transpired. So that's going to be a very critical point for this trial and for the jurors. The other witnesses are going to give us a lot more information about what was going on outside of these two parties. And all of this is really important because when you have two versions of this story, one from him and one from her, these are objective parties that can fill in and give us a lot more background from an objective standpoint.
Interesting. And Brian, we know that Jabari revealed in court that she initially held back when speaking to police. Did she explain why in court today?
She did explain, and it did make a lot of sense. She said that Jonathan Majors has explained to her how the police in America, because don't forget, Grace Jabari is from the UK, and he said, hey, black men, especially black men who may date outside of their race or may interact with other people, if you accuse me of a crime, that may be very damaging for me, not just because I'm a man, but because of the color of my skin. And so she said that in speaking to law enforcement when they came to her aid, she held back in some of the statements. And I think that was a preemptory kind of strike on the prosecution's standpoint, because we have body-worn camera here in New York, and they knew the jury's going to see that video and ask the question, well, why didn't you say everything? Why didn't you give all the details? And that was her explanation for that.
Now, I will say this. That's cool that he was putting her up on game about American police officers. But at the same time, though, it's like, and we'll get into, the audio, that video that they're talking about, the other video of them being outside the car. We'll get into all that. And like I said, I understand why he did what he did by basically trying to explain to her, yeah, over here, police aren't that understanding as if they are in the UK. So, in your best interest, my best interest, it'd be best if, if anything happens and blah, 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 just this and that, it'd be best if, we try to work it out amongst ourselves, because if we bring police officers into this, it could possibly go somewhere else that it shouldn't be. And with that being said, I wouldn't say that he scared her into calling the police, but if you look at it, it's like he kind of like tried to tell her, like, I mean, I can get killed for this. But it's like, yeah, she's a white woman. Yeah, you're dating her. Yeah, police gonna look at this like, oh well, he did that shit. Ain't no way that but like she would try anything. Look how big this guy is. Like, yeah, all those factors come into place. But at the same time, though, it's like, if you did, let's say before we knew about any of this, let's speculate. Why don't we? For the motherfuckers in the back that don't understand well. It could possibly be that it was good measure that he like conveyed to her how he felt about how black people are treated in this country by law enforcement, but he only showed one side. Like, not all the time when cops see black men that they're beating them upside their head just because they're black, or they're black and they're dating outside their race. That's no. It could be possibly that the cop may not like that, and you might get handcuffed because he feels as though that you should know your place as a black man in America. You shouldn't be with this woman because this is a white woman, and you should be with your own. Like, maybe we got that type of police officer handling the situation. Or it could be speculating. It could be like, let's say something like this happened in their relationship prior, but there was no news coverage because none of them went to the police for it, right? And let's say someone got hurt. Let's say that Jonathan Majors got hurt by her, smacked him too hard or something, or cut his cheek with one of her fingernails or whatever, right? He could possibly, and he, let's say he got mad and he pushed her. Although he probably never meant to push her, it's just that was his reaction. You still got to be cognizant of what you're doing, but at the same time, we can all say, yes, it was her fault. That the reason why he pushed her is because she cut his cheek, and that's why he reacted that way. Some people would say that he's a man. He should be in tune. He he should be in control of his emotions, and he shouldn't have reacted that way or whatever. And my sentiments exactly. I believe the same thing. Even the way he acted the night of shouldn't have been the way that he reacted. He should just walked away, even if she was hitting him over the head or whatever. Put your hands in your pockets, keep walking, get hit. That's all. That's the only thing that I'll possibly say to Jonathan. Doesn't matter if you get hit by her. Put your hands in your pockets. There's witnesses. It's New York. Everybody's on the street at all times. You have witnesses of them seeing you with your hands in your pockets and her being belligerent. Set and match. Anyway, but yeah, that's just, some speculations I have. Speculations. Anyway, everybody wants to be smart nowadays. Anyway.
All right, ABC News contributors Brian Buckmeyer and Shauna Lloyd, thank you both for joining us. We appreciate it.
All right. Let's get into today's... What the hell? Let's get into today's show. All right, so the Vulture article on March 25th, 2023. These two, Jabari and Majors, drove to Brooklyn from their shared Manhattan home while the couple was in the car. Prosecutors said Jabari saw a message on Majors' phone that effectively read, "Wish I was kissing you right now." Now, nobody knows who he was kissing, but if people speculate enough, that's tonight's word, y'all. Speculate, because some people can't comprehend when people are talking. So, when people speculate that, he's with Megan Good now, so it could possibly be that he was texting her, which is a speculation. What's this dude's name? Because I want to say his name every time I say speculation. Yeah, I'm petty, so you fucked with the right one. I'm just telling you. Your name is Ja Music Mansion. We're gonna call you Ja. All right, Ja Music Mansion. It's all speculation, Ja. Anyway, so Jabari grabbed the phone from Majors to see who had sent it. Majors began grabbing her right side and prying Mrs. Jabari's right middle finger off the phone, causing bruising, swelling, and substantial pain, prosecutors charged. He then grabbed Jabari's arm and right hand and started to twist her forearm. Come on, dog. What are you doing? What are you doing? Causing her extreme pain, prosecutors said. The defendant then struck Miss Jabari's right ear, causing a laceration to the back of her ear and substantial pain, prosecutors added in court filings. After allegedly hitting Jabari, Majors took his phone and got out the cab. Jabari tried to leave the car, but Majors grabbed her, picked her up, and threw her back inside, prosecutors said. According to the court filing, Jabari endured substantial pain, including a fractured finger, bruising about her body, a laceration behind the right ear, and a bump on her head. Police arrested Majors later that evening, and at his arraignment the next day, he was charged with misdemeanor assault and harassment counts. So, the night of what they're speaking of is... Let me just bring it up on camera. It's this right here. As you can see, she's in a drunken state or a hangover, as we can see. This is the night after. This is the night after video cameras showed that she was at a bar with a friend having big fun, as Claire Huxtable would say. She was having she was having big fun after the fact. You know, Jonathan spent the night in jail. She spent the night partying. Came back to their apartment or loft or penthouse, whatever he lives in. Who knows? And you know, for some reason, she slept in the closet. Now, I was talking with my barber today, and I was saying to him how like how this all went down or whatever, and I was like, yeah, and then he called the police, so you know she could get some medical attention and you know basically clear his name, but he walks in his house and he sees a white woman lying on the floor of his closet. He might be thinking speculation, that he has a dead white woman in his house. So he panicked. He was like, "Fuck, do I really want to call the cops? This is a dead white woman right here. Like, I don't think that this would go over well once the cops get here. Dead white woman lying here. I'm a black dude. How am I going to try to explain my way out of this?" You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, he did what he had to do. He was you know, he was forthright with it. He basically was like, you know, fuck this. I got to get this in control. This is out of hand or whatever. And you will see in the audio, and I probably wouldn't even show the video because it's just a still. So you know, we'll listen to the audio. He basically conveyed to her that, yo, like, this shit is unacceptable what you doing right now, which means this isn't the first time she has gotten drunk and belligerent. This isn't the first. It isn't the first time. Speculation, Ja. You know, lawyers would do this. They'll match behaviors and see what sticks. They'll see if this happens often and see what sticks. But this is all speculation. Ja. Anyway, let's get into the New York Post article. What's the deal with Major's complaint against Jabari? So, this is what it states. Majors filed a cross complaint with police against Jabari, claiming she had attacked him, and police informed prosecutors on June 21st that he had done so. Prosecutors said they had followed the normal procedures in delayed domestic violence cross complaints. They told police to carry out a complete investigation before activating what's called a I card, which is essentially the green light for an arrest. Prosecutors insisted they hadn't told anyone in the NYPD to issue or cancel an I card, and said in a court filing that police didn't tell them an I card had been activated until a few months later. I don't know their procedures, the NYPD procedures, but I just have a question. Was they supposed to tell them that they're doing an I card, or is it all, you know, they don't really have to say anything until their investigation's done? Who knows? I don't know. You know, I didn't look into this to see. I didn't see if the ACLU had anything on this job. because, I don't really pay too close attention to the ACLU a lot unless I have to. But, it's all speculation, Joe. Anyway, where was I? On September 8th and 12th, prosecutors told the NYPD they would not pursue any charges against Jabari brought by police related to Major's delayed allegations. Despite this, the police decided to continue with action against Jabari. She surrendered on October 25th and was issued a desk appearance ticket to appear in court related to the May incident, per CNN. The case didn't go anywhere because prosecutors had already said they wouldn't pursue a charge against her. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office has officially declined to prosecute the case against Grace Jabari because it lacked prosecutorial merit. The matter is now closed and sealed. The DA's press office said in a statement, October 25th, 26th statement, following these developments, Jabari's attorney, Ross Kramer, told the AP and NYPD's decision was unfortunate and re-traumatizing. The sole witness to the altercation at the center of the domestic assault case against actor Jonathan Majors testified in Manhattan criminal court on Monday as the trial began winding down. Naweed Sarwar, the driver of the black SUV in which Majors allegedly assaulted his then girlfriend Grace Jabari, told jurors that he didn't see the much disputed March 25th encounter because he was looking straight ahead at the road. But Sarwar, speaking through an Urdu interpreter, Urdu? Is it Urdu? I think it's Urdu interpreter, who used broken English, testified he had a feeling that Jabari, a British dancer and movement coach, was the aggressor. The driver had a feeling the girl had hit the boy because of the way that she was fighting, and the sounds pursued. Sarwar did not further describe what sounds led him to believe that Jabari hit Majors during the private car service ride from dinner in Fort Greene, Brooklyn, over the Manhattan Bridge and towards the actor's Chelsea apartment. But Sarwar did say that he saw Majors push Jabari back inside the car when it pulled over on Century and Canal Street in Chinatown. After the scuffle, the one part of the episode captured by surveillance camera, which I have, he was trying to throw her in the car, he testified. He was saying, "Leave me alone, I have to go." The driver also testified several times that Majors was trying to get rid of Jabari despite Judge Michael Gaffey pleading with him to only testify to what is happening, not what you think happened. Because anything than what he actually saw is called speculation, and that's an actual thing that they'll say in court. Oh, that's I object. That's speculation. That's what will be said. But I don't know shit because I'm stupid. But anyway, Jabari, 30, has testified that the episode erupted when she snatched away Major's phone after she discovered evidence that he was allegedly cheating on her with a text from another woman who wrote, "I wish I was kissing you." So here's the damn it. I need to switch this around. And I can't do it on here for some reason. Yeah, I need to switch these around. All right. Hold up. Take this back.
Period. This is acting. Period. Do you understand that?
All right, forget it. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, can you guys see my cursor at all? You can't. So their SUV is on the left side of the road on the ongoing traffic. You can see them coming out. You can see them coming out. There he goes, trying to get away from her. She chases him, pushes him. He pushes her back. So there's a close up. He tries to pick her up, put her in the car. Looks like she hit her head, which is fucked up. Excuse me. So she gets out, confronts him, pushes him. He pushes her back. Get away from me. I gotta go. Runs. He's running fast, but she's on your ass, Mr. Postman. He's running. He's running. He's running. He's running. She's not giving up. Damn, this motherfucker ran for a minute. She can't run in the ongoing traffic because she ain't trying to get hit. He cuts the corner. He ghosts her. Is that it? This nigga is running. This nigga is going. I'm gonna get flagged because of this damn TMZ shit. But I'm talking over it, which is good. So, it's, So, okay, there she is talking to a couple guys. They probably asked, "What's going on? You all right?" He's probably like, "My boyfriend, he hit me, and I didn't do anything to it. I got a cut on my back here." Okay, is this him walking up? That's him. She's trying to confront him again. Leave me alone. Stop talking to me. They're taking it back. Oh my gosh! Don't talk to her like that. He's like, "Stay with them. Why are you following me?" Probably. This is all speculation, Ja. There's no sound. It's only surveillance footage. Now is that her? Or is that the police? That's the police. So, he leaves. He called them after he found her in the closet. That's a nice house he got. This is a very nice house, Jonathan. Okay, so that's his bedroom. He finds her in the closet, lying there. Did you touch her? You better not have touched her, Jonathan. That's evidence. They're gonna find fingerprints all over that white woman. I thought this bitch was dead. Thank God. I'm like so. I'm like so drunk right now. All right. So, moving on. During cross examination by Major's attorney, Sarwar testified that no blood could be found inside the back seat of the black Cadillac Escalade after the then couple had left the car. Stated Jabari started testifying against Majors on the morning of December 5th, which was last week. She described meeting Majors in September 2021 on the set of Ant-Man and the Wasp in the UK. He quickly wooed her with poetry and early professions of love and left her affirmation notes. Now, ain't that a nice dude, man? Hold on. This man deserves a DJ home. That was so nice. This man left her poetry, affirmations, and he professed his love for her. I like love you, man. Like I just fucking love you. With Jonathan Majors, he's very stoic. You know what I mean? He probably read some Langston Hughes tour and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know any Langston Hughes. I don't know any Langston Hughes. He did what he could do to get her. I understand. He liked her. If you're into this sort of thing, you know what I'm saying? I guess she's cute. I don't know. Not my type of white girl that I would date. Ain't my type of hype, baby. Ain't my type of hype. Ew, ew. Ain't my type of hype over there. If she might be cute, I don't know. Like, I don't. Hold on, y'all. Because, before my shows, I read through the shit that I'm going to be reading and I also come up with jokes or whatever. And like I said, if you're into this type of white woman or you're into white women at all, cool. I don't hold no animosity towards you. I've been sober from white women. These probably this year's my fifth year being sober. I've been working very hard on my sobriety, and I take it one step at a time. I haven't relapsed since the last time, and I put everything in God's hands and all that other shit, and I'm just grateful that He has had my back this long. It helped me with my sobriety from white women, Anyway. Okay, so affirmation. Okay, but as time wore on, Majors began acting angrily toward Jabari whenever he felt disappointed or slighted. She testified. He also reportedly threatened suicide, she claimed, keeping her involved in the relationship despite his outbursts. So, we went over this before when I was talking about the Keke Palmer Darius Jackson thing, right? How basically now I'm not saying that Jonathan Majors is a domestic abuser, but he shows signs of it. Because, and this is a speculation, all right, Ja, Jesus, you can't talk nowadays. So, not taking her testimony into as stone cold fact, because for all we know, she could have been lying on the stand. But when listening to the audio we're about to listen to, I'm not saying that she's lying, nor am I saying that she's telling the truth. All I'm saying is that her claims sound pretty much her claims sound as if they're sound from what she stated. So here we go. Here's the audio.
We're doing it right now. Period. This is action. Period. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Do you really know this? Do you really?
Yes.
Then how dare you come home trying to disturb the peace of our house when we have a plan? I would like to get to the point where your friends know what job I'm on and go, I didn't recognize that mission. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I won't.
No. Do you understand that? Because that team, that unit, right? Grace has to be in a certain mindset to support Coretta Scott King. You know who that is? That's Martin Luther King's wife. Michelle Obama, Barack Obama's wife.
I know.
I don't understand how that correlates with her coming in the house drunk. Like, I'm still, from listening to this a couple days ago and listening to it again now, I still don't understand where that coincides with what she did. Now, I understand his sentiments. That I guess since he's at the top of his game now, you know, he's a rising star from, I'm not too sure what he did prior before Lovecraft Country. Damn, what was he in? He was in some shit before Lovecraft Country. But Lovecraft, say that 5 times as fast. Lovecraft Country was where he reached superstardom. That's how he got the role for Creed. That's how he got the role for Kang in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's how he got most of his roles, because I guess who's the people that casting directors and stuff like that, movie studios probably seen that show, seen his talent, and was like, we want that guy in our project. He's the guy that we're looking for, right? Rising star. But with that comes ego. Does it not? This is all speculation, John. Like, I know I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Come on now, John. With that comes ego. Rising star. He's been in blockbuster films. He's been on a hit TV show. It only lasted, a season? Come on, HBO. Bring Lovecraft Country back. I never watched it, though. I'm not even gonna lie. It's not really my cup of tea. Not really something that I want to really look at. But bring it back. You know what I'm saying? My baby Journey was in there. Hey, Journey, if you watching this, baby, you can catch me at 302-283-9791. I repeat, 302-283-9791. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so to me, listening to this, it sounds like ego. Because maybe I might backtrack on that. Because knowing your worth doesn't really castigate you as being a egotistical asshole, but he's probably looking at the future, basically. Like, hey, like, this is what it is. You know, you'll hear him say, "I'm a great man." Let's just get right back into it. You won't hear him say it.
No, I shouldn't have gone out. I'm
No,
sorry.
let me just lay it out for you, right? If I'm just gonna say this. My temper, my shit, my trauma, all that said, right? And let's say I'm a great man, a great man.
All right, so there, the ego comes into play. But it's good that you know your worth, though. He knows he's a great man. Hey, not knocking him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the dude from a can of paint. But being this rising star, being casted in all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? You got like 5 films slated in the MCU that you're gonna be in. You're the new big bad of the MCU after Thanos. People have been looking forward to seeing Kang in the MCU. So, you know, some people are upset that you're Kang because they wanted a white guy to play Kang, but whatever. But you know, from what they saw on Ant-Man, and then you being a cast member in the Loki series, which he did an amazing job. Like, he's a good actor. He's a very good actor. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he's slated for 5 films. I believe the Kang Dynasty was going to be a 2-parter, I believe.
Perfect.
No, well, yeah, I think it was going to be a 2-parter, but the Avengers Secret War was supposed to be like part 2 to it, I believe. But yeah, he was slated for like 5 or 6 films or something like that. And all of this fucked that up for the simple fact that he's no longer in the MCU. They're moving on to Doom. He's supposed to be, I guess, a variant of Kang, and they're going to focus on Doom now. And I'm upset because I really wanted to see where this whole multiversal Kang thing was going to go. Some people, you know, the naysayers, they're upset that these Marvel movies are bad now. Me, myself, personally, it's entertainment. I'm not rooting for Marvel to fail or to succeed. I just want to see a movie. Like, help me escape life for 2 to 3 hours. Like, that's all I want to do. All right, I'm not looking for somebody to hold my values into consideration because they don't know my values and they don't fucking care. But, you know, I guess that's all speculation, Joe.
I am doing great things, not just for me, but for my culture and for the world. That is actually the position I'm in. That's real. I'm not being a dick about it. I didn't ask for it. I've worked, and that's the situation. The woman that supports me, that I support, that needs to be a great woman and make sacrifices the way that man is making for her and for them ultimately. Last night, 2 nights ago, you did not do that. You did not do that. Which took away from the plan. And the plan is everything. If it was just you in the house drunk, maybe I could have swallowed it. Or I would have gone and gone, hey, let's go bed. I'm just going to bed. I'm not happy with what we've done. The grace isn't here. Why? She's drunk. Why else? She's called by whatever was going on. Fine. I can take that. Fine.
All right. None of us know what the hell's going on. So we can only speculate. You know what I'm saying? And who knows what the hell he meant by that last part. But we did see that she was drunk. When we saw in the video she was drunk. I'm saying we saw or we could hear that she was drunk. Plus, Jonathan brought it up several times that, you're drunk and all of this. Damn, something's in my eye. That you're drunk and, taken away from the plan and this, and that, whatever that meant. And, they played that in court. I don't know if that made the jury look at Grace Jabari like weird after that, but from the video of them being on the streets of New York, and the story basically is the same of what was told in the court documents and the news and stuff like that. All of that was laid to rest, and what was speculation, became evident. It became evidence in fact that that's what happened. And with the car service driver having his testimony, and him basically saying like, I saw her strike him first, and other than that, he was trying to get away from her, stuff like that, paraphrasing, and he was trying to put her back in the car. She got back out, started to confront him again. We can now see that all of that was true, and boom, that's what it was. So let's finish this article. The defense and prosecutors have rested their cases in the Manhattan criminal trial on actor Jonathan Majors, who is accused of assaulting and harassing his now ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari. Jonathan Majors wiped away tears as his defense lawyer finished closing statements in his misdemeanor assault trial Thursday morning. Why are you here? ? Damn, I don't know this lady's name. Priya, I guess that's how you say her name, Priya, told the jury, his lawyer. You are here. She stopped, her voice choked with tears. You are here to end this nightmare for Jonathan Majors. Tears rolled down Majors' cheek as he wiped his face with the back of his coat sleeve. Jonathan Majors is innocent, Priya concluded. In her reserved seat in the front row, Megan Good, Majors' current girlfriend, who has attended every day of his trial, wiped her eyes with tissue. Majors' mother, who has daily sat beside her, put her arm around Good's shoulder. As Priya returned to her seat at the defense table, Majors pulled out her chair to let her sit. The actor remained seated with his hand over his face as lawyers on both sides convened with judge ahead of the prosecutor's closing statement. If convicted, Majors faces up to a year in prison. In the courtroom Thursday, Majors wore a dark suit, sat mostly quietly during closing arguments, with his head hung low while Galloway spoke. So, the jury is in deliberation now. They'll probably be in there. Since they're in the deliberation, they've been there since yesterday, today. They probably might convene Saturday, and then come Monday, if they're finished, we'll see if they've reached a verdict or not. So, anywhere until then, next week I will bring this up in this short banter portion. What happened? They'll probably have videotape of that, maybe, or recording of what happened, and I'll make sure I bring that to you guys. So, with that being said, that has been the main topic of tonight. But real quick, I want to bring something up. And I covered this. I can't remember when I covered this. But we all know about the whole Megan Good, Tory Lanez thing, right? Tory Lanez got put in jail for everything. For what some of us speculated, Ja, that it wasn't Tory who shot Megan. It was actually her friend Kelsey. This young lady right here. Kelsey. It was Kelsey who actually shot her. That's what the speculation was. But I get this from the Shade Room, and Megan, and the title is Megan Thee Stallion questions why Kelsey Harris won't defend herself amid new affidavit in Tory Lanez case. So what the hell is going on, right? The Houston artist who took her hometown stage with Beyonce just a few months ago also said she's ready to move on from her trauma. She spoke passionately about already naming her shooter, his conviction, and not understanding why her ex-best friend Kelsey Harris hasn't defended herself online. Megan and Kelsey's issues with her was that she wouldn't clear her name online. But Megan's stance was she didn't want to talk about this at all. Her statements involving the 2020 shooting comes after reports of Tory Lanez's former driver submitting an affidavit about what he witnessed that night. According to the documents published by a legal affairs reporter, Megan Cuniff, the driver testified that he saw Kelsey holding a gun before the shooting. So, Ja, this is all speculation. But I possibly was the first person on this platform to say that. Because here's the reason why. I said, because in the article I read, it stated that Megan introduced Kelsey to Tory in a way to get them together, basically to be boyfriend and girlfriend. But all the while, without Kelsey's knowledge of her knowing that Megan was going behind Kelsey's back and fucking Tory Lanez. So I said, after the whole commotion started at Kylie Jenner's house at her pool party, before they left, an argument ensued. Kylie kicked them out, kicked Kelsey and Megan out. Tory followed behind because it was stated in there that Tory was trying to fuck on Kylie Jenner. So since that was since that was stated in the article I read, it then carried on in what some articles say it was Megan's car, but it was actually Tory's car that they left in because his bodyguard was the driver as well. He got them in the car. They drove off. So somewhere around the corner from Kylie Jenner's house, they got into an argument because it was stated that Tory said in the car that you're smiling in her face, and this is all paraphrasing and speculation of what I think that I said, but you see that, Ja? How I did that? Anyway, I said that with what I've read, Tory said that you steady smiling in your girl's face and trying to hook her up with me, but you're fucking me. That's what Tory said, of which I stated that's when somehow miraculously Kelsey got the gun and probably was popping shit in the car, forgetting that you don't hold a gun by its trigger when you're holding unless you're ready to do some action. But her being unknowing of that, she possibly had her hand on the trigger, holding it downwards towards Megan's feet, getting upset as they argued. And when I guess maybe either she probably bucked at her or bitch you ain't gonna do shit or whatever the fuck happened, and boom, accidentally shot her in the foot. But they also state that they got out of the car and continued to argue. So my speculation was Kelsey shot in the car. So then my whole thing was when it was brought up in the article that they stepped out the car and continued to argue, some way or another, I guess Tory had the gun. Some way or another, Kelsey wrestled the gun from Tory, and then, as the argument got heated, she had the gun, was like, fuck you, bitch, and accidentally shot her in the foot. That's what my speculation was, of which the driver now has stated that, according to documents published by Legal Affairs reporter Megan Cuniff, the driver testified that he saw Kelsey holding a gun before the shooting. Still, he did not specify who ultimately fired it and struck Megan. The artist added that there's no new evidence and that the person who shot her is in prison for it. Megan Thee Stallion says she's indifferent to what information people make trend. In real life, the superstar says she's winning, healthy, and happy. Now she just wants to be left alone to move on. Megan added that anyone she was cool with could rest easy about her knowing their dirt. If she knows, it's staying with her, she said. The business safe with me, friend, because y'all can't get online and try to talk about my dirt. All y'all want to, y'all don't want to know who's in the same room. All right, when they start talking that crazy shit, not making any sense, shit gets crazy. But anyway, let's get back up here to this, and then I'll end this real quick portion because it's only supposed to be real quick. But she basically said that there's no new evidence or whatever, and then the driver also stated in the affidavit that he ultimately doesn't know who actually fired the gun. So maybe also, I believe I probably said this as well, that if Kelsey had the gun, maybe Tory tried to also wrestle it back from her. So as they were wrestling the gun, maybe Tory made Kelsey pull the trigger by accident as he was trying to rip the gun from her, of which it was probably pointed downwards towards Megan's feet. Bow, shot happened, Megan gets hit in the foot. Or it hits the ground, then hits Megan's foot to where she had bullet fragments in her foot. So, I mean, no one knows, it's all speculation. For all we know, the driver could be lying. Like, who knows what the hell actually happened that night. But, this is her basically stating that what happened that night, ultimately.
Somebody is following the street code, not snitching. Are you snitching or are you not snitching? Because y'all trying to pretend like Kelsey shot me. Kelsey didn't shoot me. And I really wonder why her main problem with me was, you won't tell people I didn't shoot you. I was like, Kelsey, I don't want to talk about this on social media at all. But now you won't even get online and defend yourself. So that really just proves my point. Either you took some money or your life is in danger. Like, why won't you get online and say, bitch, because this is what y'all care about. Y'all care about online. Because the case, if you say you didn't shoot me, why won't you get on the stand and say I didn't shoot this bitch? You say it online every day. You figure.
Because she probably didn't want to be involved. Because she probably would have incriminated herself. Because, God, remember, the prosecuting attorneys aren't just the ones that's going to talk to her. The defense attorneys also will cross-examine. So that's a whole different line of questioning. That's a whole different line of them trying to tell their story of the night in question and what actually happened. That's what they're trying to do. And I understand what Megan's trying to do by saying, I don't want to talk about this shit no more. This shit is old. The nigga's in jail. He's doing his 10 and he's going to be deported afterwards. And that's all that it is. I'm moving on. I'm happy, healthy, and winning. And I don't fucking care about this shit no more. Cool. But what we can't gloss over is this. Y'all two aren't friends anymore. So something had happened during that time. And I can only ask what actually happened. Because if Kelsey didn't shoot you, and rumors were that Tory didn't shoot you, and then also the prosecutor, his defense attorneys were trying to convey that he didn't shoot you, but Kelsey was the only one who was an actual witness next to the driver / bodyguard that could testify and actually tell what happened in the night in question. She was granted immunity. Remember that, y'all? Kelsey was granted immunity for what happened that night. She came in and said, hey, I don't want to be involved with this. I have nothing to say about this. And then she was granted that. But as well, at the very same time, they also was speculating that, well, it wasn't a speculation. It was I forgot where I fucking read that at. But it was stated that they were going to subpoena Kelsey for testimony to get her side of the story, but that never happened. So I guess since the case was already started, they probably couldn't do it, and then they probably couldn't do it after the fact either. So they just chucked it up as a loss. So, but everyone would have wanted to know exactly what Kelsey saw. Like, I would have liked to know what she saw in the night of question, because she was the only other party that saw what happened, other than the person who took the video footage and whoever else was watching that night. Because you gotta remember, the person who recorded, who had the video recording of the cops arresting them, that neighbor or that person that was in the house taking the video was also a witness. So they got brought in for testimony. So, Anyway, that was a real quick moment. Let's get into tonight's random topics of the week. And tonight's random topics of the week overview is: Keke Palmer reveals that her life is unraveling, and Jada Pinkett-Smith won't leave. I guess we'll see why. Let's get into this Keke Palmer thing. Let me put this. Hold on. Let me boom. So Keke. So I get this article from Complex, and it states that in the title, Keke Palmer says her life is unraveling at the seams. Let's see exactly what she means by that. Oh shit, I never finished the Megan Thee Stallion video. Let's finish the Megan Thee Stallion video, then we'll get into the Keke shit. Sorry
Figure out
about
how
that,
to get
y'all.
say you didn't do it, you figure out how to get the blogs and say you didn't do it, but the one fuck it would have mattered from was you. You should have said, I didn't do it. Kelsey did it. If she did it, why wouldn't you just say she did it? Kelsey, if you did not do it, why won't you just say, I did not do it? I know who shot me. I said who shot me, and that's why I'm in jail. Y'all start dragging it online like it's some...
Yeah, but you also lied about fucking Tory, so if you lied about that, what else wouldn't you lie about? And you did that to, what's her name? To Gayle King. Gayle King asked you directly in your face, did you have sexual relations with Mr. Daystar? What's Tory Lanez's real name? Daystar or what? Daystar Jackson or something like that? Daystar something. It's Daystar something. I forgot his real name. Did you have sexual relations? You know, with that tight face, you go, did you talk to, or did you have sexual relations with Tory Lanez? No, I didn't. But then when the case got brought up, I mean, when the trial came and that information came out that you actually did have sex with him, because that's the whole reason why y'all two started arguing and fighting. It's like, well, what was all that shit on the Today Show? Hold on. Is it the Today Show or Good Morning America she's on? I can't remember what the fuck, where she's at. But you said it to Gayle that no, I did not have sexual relations with that man. And it came out that you did. So why would we believe you? I'm only asking for a friend, Megan. Why would we believe you? If you lied so simple on something simple, I mean, there was a yes or no question. Did you or did you not have sex with Tory Lanez? You said no, which is a lie. Which then came up in articles of what the defense brought up that you did, because that was the reason why y'all started fighting in the back seat like some cats. And then the other turn of events is uncertain. For all we know, again, for all we know, Tory Lanez shot you. I mean, not Tory Lanez, Kelsey shot you. But the person in jail is Tory Lanez. Just something to think about, y'all. Can we continue to believe can we continue to believe anything that Megan Thee Stallion says now? And she gotta remember the image that she portrays. The hot girl summer and all that. She came up with the hot girl shit. All my hotties, right? Her lyrics is, you know, I'm a big old freak, you know what I'm saying? I like having sex and all kinds of shit. You out here fucking the baby. The baby, Tory Lanez. Some people said you fucked Young Thug, which is wild because that nigga wears dresses. And whoever else, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the persona that you portray to your audience and to everyone else who listens to your music. That's who you portray yourself to be is a woman of the millennium, a woman that knows what she wants and wants to get it however she can by anybody that she sets eyes on. That's you. That's you.
New evidence. There's no new evidence. Witnesses went missing. Why? I wonder why the witnesses went missing. Did y'all pay them? Why y'all showing up now? Why y'all showing up? It's about to be 2024. Y'all still me. Why? Because y'all see me moving on and doing better. Y'all see me trying to heal and trying to grow. But y'all keep trying to bring me back this way when I'm trying to go this way. See people.
Let's also bring up her and her ex-boyfriend Party. They just broke up recently. And in her new song that she has, what's it called? Cobra. She stated that Party was that Party was getting head in the same bed that she slept in, right? Party then comes out and says that's Party hit her with the Jerry, not Jerry Springer, the Maury. That is also a lie. And his song that he made, basically the rebuttal of your Cobra song. And he said that you cheated on him. But let's not forget that he found out that you was fucking this nigga, Tory Lanez, during the trial. So as I stated earlier, is Megan Thee Stallion worth listening to, and is she worth believing?
People say some terrible shit, and I'll be like, oh my God, everybody hates me, it's over. So the people who attack me that I used to be cool with, they know exactly where to hit me, where it hurt, because they think that I'm still on that type time, like social media gonna hurt my feelings. Is getting denied every time they try to set a motion for a new trial. So they trying to pull shit out the air, like, okay, let's do this now. I'm not about to keep going with y'all. Y'all defending somebody who didn't even take the stand and defend themselves. Y'all going back and forth about facts. Y'all can go read real shit. Like, y'all literally believe anything if it's bold and in all caps. Like,
I wish I could believe her. Okay? I wish I could believe her. But not only did you lie once, you lied twice. Now, the saying goes, what the fuck is the saying? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. So, you know, if you take the George Bush Jr. Version of it is, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me a third time, I can't be fooled again. But come on now, like, it's plain as day. Plain as day.
go read something that's gonna take you a minute to sit down and have a good read. Like, go read something that's gonna make you have to do some critical thinking. Not a thing that is curated by bots and blogs that hate me. Like,
Shorty, you had Yahoo News, you had Vulture, Complex, you had Rolling Stone, you had Vibe Magazine. I think that's still a thing. Shit, even Jet came out of retirement and wrote something. Like, come on, yo. Like, you try and pull the wool over our eyes, yo. Like, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Now, it's okay, you cute. You know what I'm saying? You got new, you know, you about to make a new album, possibly. You know what I'm saying? You popping, but you're still a liar. That hasn't changed.
y'all need to sit down and have a good read.
And what you need to do, Shorty, is get the fuck off the internet and quit talking. So let's get to this Keke Palmer shit. So, like I said, the title of the complex article is Keke Palmer says her life is unraveling at the seams. So this is.
I am the star in.
Wait a minute. I ain't trying to get flagged. So, let me bring the picture up first, because in this video that she did or whatever on Instagram, I believe, if this picture would come up, she captioned the video when reality TV makes everyone believe all celebrities' lives are just one big marketing strategy and scheme, but my life is truly unraveling at the seams, and I just wear trauma like a Dolce & Gabbana coat because Sharon didn't raise no bitch. So basically, she's with baby Cleophas or whatever the baby's name is, Cleophas or whatever the fuck the baby's name is. She did this. So, some shit that didn't make any sense in the beginning of what was going on. I still don't know what the fuck's going on. Anyway, Keke Palmer says her life is unraveling at the seams. In a new reel uploaded to her Instagram account, Palmer is seen standing in the middle of her kitchen, dressed in a bathrobe, holding her toddler while the camera revolves around her. When reality TV makes everyone believe all celebrity lives are just one big marketing strategy and scheme, my life is truly unraveling at the seams, and I just wear trauma like a Dolce & Gabbana coat because Sharon didn't raise no bitch. Reads the caption appearing over the video with Nicki Minaj Seeing Green playing in the background. Although the actress seems to have a great sense of humor, but her situation, about her situation, the former couple has been in headlines lately regarding some pretty serious stuff. Palmer, 30, and then boyfriend Darius Jackson, 29, welcomed their son Leotis, that's the baby's name, Leotis, in February. Their relationship publicly took a turn for the worse months later. In July, Jackson caused a stir when he criticized an outfit Palmer wore at one of Usher's Las Vegas residency concerts. It's the outfit, though, you a mom, he wrote on his X account, referring to her sheer black dress and bodysuit, despite what seemed like a cordial reunion for the actress' birthday in August. Palmer reportedly filed for full custody of their son and simultaneously filed for a restraining order against Jackson, allegedly citing physical and verbal abuse in front of the child. It was also reported that Palmer had given Jackson a lot of chances before filing the alleged restraining order. Earlier this month, Palmer and Jackson allegedly agreed to mutually postpone their domestic violence court date to reportedly attend meditation and resolve their issues. So hopefully that, they resolve that shit, because there's some pretty messed up stuff happening with that. Like, babies involved, y'all fighting in front of the child. Makes no damn sense why y'all doing it. So, just like I said when I spoke about this the first time, what they need to do, they need to have a third party to where when he wants the child, he sends somebody or a mutual party, brings the child back and forth to both of their houses. Like, y'all don't need personal contact with each other. If any message has to be convey it to the third party that both of you guys trust. They can convey information between you guys via text message or in person, and then let that be that. Because y'all don't need to be around each other after the video, not the yeah the screenshots of the surveillance footage of him physically assaulting her in her house because the baby wasn't there. Now I understand that he got upset and he let her know prior that he was coming to get the baby, but that doesn't allow you, sir, to put your hands on her. That was a foul on you. Now, I don't know y'all's personal lives and what happens on a day to day when that information gets conveyed, but I will say this. There, in no way, shape, or form should you be putting your hands on a woman, but therefore anybody for that matter, unless someone has physically assaulted you in a way that you don't agree with. That's the only time I feel as though that you should be defending yourself physically. So, moving on to Jada Pinkett. So, I got this from the Daily Mail. Jada Pinkett-Smith reveals why she'll never leave Will Smith, even though they have separate homes. I didn't know that. Let's get into this video and let's see what the hell is happening with these two.
It sounds like you're staying together
We're
forever.
staying together forever.
Perfect.
I
Okay.
tried. We tried.
Jada Pinkett-Smith and Will Smith are in it for the long haul. Jada puts an end to speculation about the couple's marriage during her November 28th appearance on the Drew Barrymore show.
Maybe you're and his shadow separated in a way in this book, whether they stay together forever or not.
Right.
It sounds like you're staying together
We're
forever.
staying together forever.
Perfect.
I
Okay.
tried. We tried.
Jada's new tell-all memoir, Worthy, delves into the ups and downs of her marriage to Will. Ahead of the book's October release, the actress revealed to today's Hoda Kotb that the pair have actually been secretly separated.
In 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper,
Right.
but it was a divorce.
Of which her book went number 3 on the New York bestsellers list. Some people say that it flopped, but I don't know how many copies got sold. I don't care because I don't want to read the book because everything gets put out there, you know what I'm saying, in the tabloids. Like, what don't we know about them? You know what I mean? Like, who cares if they're not separated? Because I don't care. They stay together. If they don't, they have freak offs of their own. Freak offs. And, whatever. Like, it's whatever. It's whatever after that. For me, it's like, whatever. Who cares? Right?
So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
Yes.
y'all have been apart.
Yeah.
And here's what Jada said when asked why they haven't just gotten that divorce.
Just not being ready yet. Still trying to figure out between the two of us how to be in partnership, right? And in regards to how do we present that to people, And
through your publicist. Who else? Have your publicists, both of your publicists, reach out to various news organizations and have them write a story that you guys have divorced. It's not that hard. But recently, pictures were taken earlier this week of them speculating that Will was out at a museum that's in Miami somewhere, and it was a lady, a nice looking lady at that, that was accompanying him to the museum. Let's look that photo up real fast. This isn't the actual photo, but this is the young lady on the right side that they said that they saw him out with. Here's the actual picture right here of Shorty. And Shorty bad than a motherfucker. So go ahead, Will. Should you go here living your best life? Hold on, let me see if I can enlarge this. Is this on? Alright, I can't enlarge it for some reason. And I can't even make it bigger. Yeah, this is, there's Shorty right there. Well, that's Jada. Hold on. Is that Jada too? Yeah, they're saying that this is Will's new boo thing. Saying she better than a motherfucker though, you know what I'm saying? He has my blessing. But anywho, let's continue the video, or let's finish the video.
And we hadn't figured that out.
Will also shared insight into their current dynamic when he appeared at Jada's Baltimore book event that month alongside their kids, Jaden and Willow, and his son with ex-Cherie Zampino, Trey. According to the Baltimore Banter, the Oscar winner described their relationship as, quote, very long and tumultuous over the last 30 years, adding, we call it brutiful. It was brutal and beautiful at the same time. In fact, despite the current scrutiny over where he and his wife since 1997 stand, Will continued, I have achieved every single thing I have ever wanted in my entire life. There is not one thing left that I desire in this world. All of the awards, all of the money, the family, everything I've ever dreamed.
All right. So, let's see what the article states. Why don't we? Let's see what the article states. All right. It's hard running your own boards and shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do everything yourself. So that's what I'm over here doing. You know what I mean? Because that's what I do. I don't speculate about that job. Just saying. You know what I mean? Anyway. So the article states that when a marriage hits a rocky patch, couples find different ways of bringing back the magic date night, or perhaps counseling. For Jada and Will, It took a public scandal to reset the relationship. I nearly didn't even attend the Oscars that year, but I'm glad I did, says Jada Pinkett-Smith. I called it the holy slap. Now, because so many positive things came after it. She is, of course, referring to the 2022 Oscars, at which her husband had been nominated in the Best Actress category. Will Smith won for his role in Venus and Serena Williams' tennis biopic King Richard. The couple were seated in the front row when comedian host Chris Rock made a joke about Pinkett's shaved head, a result of alopecia. Although at first Smith seemed to laugh, his wife gave an unamused eye roll. Smith ascended to the stage and slapped Rock's face in front of a global TV audience. Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth. Smith raged in a deadly silent auditorium. Jada Pinkett Smith reeled, but this was the moment that remade their marriage. That moment of the shit hitting the fan is when you see where you are, she says. After all those years trying to figure out if I would leave Will's side, it took that slap for me to see I would never leave him. Who knows where our relationship would be if that hadn't happened. So basically, she's stating, and this isn't a speculation, Ja. This is me going off of her own words. Is that it took an act of violence to basically show Jada that Will was about that life. And that's probably all she's been waiting on, to see if Will's about that life. By having the cozy home and the nice life and being able to go on her bank account and get out millions of dollars if she wanted to off of the back of Will Smith's hard work on films. She didn't like that too much for a while. It's like, I'm a real chick. You know what I'm saying? I want to do real things. Just like how what was his name? Lil Melvin wanted to do hood rat things with his friends. She just want to do hood rat things with her husband. That's all she wants to do. So with that being said, it's like their marriage got basically jump started again because it brought new flair back to the relationship. She probably sees Will as this dangerous guy now. Now this is speculation, Ja. Probably sees Will as this dangerous guy, but as I said before, don't allow Will's clean image fool you. You gotta remember, he comes from West Philly. And West Philly ain't no fucking cakewalk. Have you ever been to West Philly before? Jesus Christ. But if that's all that it took was for her to see her husband in a state of this, well, I won't say discomfort, but in a state of seeing that his wife or ex-wife or whatever you want to call it was uncomfortable with what was said, he then jumped to basically honor her, I guess you can say. Some people would say it was a bitch move. Some people would say that Will's a cuck or whatever. Some people would say that, she's not worthy of Will and all this stuff. Is like, we don't know the relationship. She says she never wanted to be married. Well, a lot of people say that until they're married. Hell, she's been there 30 years now. Like, if she didn't want to be married, she never would have did it in the first fucking place. But off of what her mom said, her being pregnant and it looking, you gotta look at it from her mom's eyes. Jada got pregnant. They weren't married. It will look a little weird that they're having a child together in the times that they were in the 90s. You gotta remember the 90s, yeah, women were this was the new renaissance of the independent woman, and this is all from an offshoot from the 80s when women started to hit the workforce hard and started going after their dreams. They started to become doctors and lawyers and stuff like that, as portrayed in the Cosby Show. Lawyer wife, you know what I'm saying? A professional. You know what I mean? Women started to, go to college. Like college admission for black women jumped very high then. So going into the 90s, you got these women who are now in their careers, and it's these new women that's coming out in the 90s, such as Jada, a new starlet on the Hollywood scene that wanted to go after her. She wanted to become an actress, or she, already was an actress, but she wanted to further her career and to doing movies and stuff like that, not just television. Like, you gotta look at it through her mother's eyes. So you guys are pregnant now. Now what? Like, you guys have to get married. Mom, I don't want to be married. Well, you are a actress, and black films were blowing up at that time. People still had that old way of thinking, like, oh, she, probably would have looked at her like, oh, well, how are you having a baby and you're not married or whatever? This man makes millions of dollars and stuff like that. It's like, it's not as if she was, like, we can't even say that she was pressured. Let's not even say that. You can possibly say, oh, well, she was pressured because her mother told her to marry Will. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. Just look at it from her mother's point of view. Also, let's look at it from Will's mom's point of view. Probably thinking the same way. Gotta remember, Will's mom is probably 10 years older than Jada's mom. So just look at it from Will's mom's point of view. You having a child, but you're not married. Come on, Willard, what are you doing? Gotta remember, Will Smith's parents were married. Despite of what happened while they were married, they were married. Also, we can also say too, Jada's parents were also married too, but there was some shit going on there. They both were addicts. You know what I mean? So, although they were married, they was doing their drugs together. You know what I mean? That's love right there. When you can pass your needle over to your baby girl, come on now. That's love, God damn it.
Bruh.
Shit. Anyway, that concludes today's show, people. No call-ins today. There's only a few of you guys here, so no one likes to talk to me anyway. So let's just get that shit out the way. But if you want to, it's right there. But let's get into a summary of today's show. So what I spoke about today was Charleston White getting his ass whooped. I guess he was in California somewhere, or at his home, or somewhere in Dallas, maybe. Who knows? He brought it on himself. Then I spoke on comments that I got on my last video, of which I do thank you guys. Y'all blew that thing the fuck up. I'm very thankful. That's my best performing video to date, and I won't forget that. All right. And what he was saying and shit like that, basically calling me dumb. You know what I'm saying? And I know what I'm doing up here when I'm conveying my opinion on things. I try to keep it as light as possible, so if this gets looked over by anyone that I'm speaking about, they then can say that I'm defaming them in any way. I'm telling a lie on them in any sort of way. Like, it's all my opinion and I'm speculating. That's all I'm doing. As I told you guys, my show consists of 3 parts: videos, articles, and my own opinion. So, to somebody that only watches YouTube, to somebody that watches and does YouTube, I think one of us has an upper hand in this. Just saying. Anyway, then I spoke on the Jonathan Majors trial situation, which is in deliberation. Like I said, I will convey that information to you guys next week if the jury reaches a verdict. But with what I was talking about, it's like, you just gotta keep your hands off each other. Like, quit touching each other in a violent way. Like, ladies, if your man is texting another woman, you got 2 options: deal with it or leave. Like, don't sit there and fight with him about it and try to have a powwow. It's 2 options you got: leave it alone or deal with it. So then I got into the Keke stuff. Got into the Megan Thee Stallion stuff, and she seems to be smelling herself to the point that she doesn't remember her own words, which is wild to me. So, liars can't be trusted. But anyway, Keke Palmer stuff, got into that. She's on here basically on the internet's basically stating that her life is unraveling before her eyes, and if you would never went public with certain things, we wouldn't have known anything that was going on. But you can't blame the victim, But we don't even know who the real victim is other than Leotis. And then Jada Pinkett said she wasn't leaving well, and that's beautiful. They got a 30-year marriage. Why leave now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just sit there, chill the fuck out, have fun with each other, even if y'all are living in separate houses. Just make sure that once shit gets right, y'all keep y'all separate houses. Shit. They ain't gonna tell me to sleep on the couch. You can go home. Leave. Anyway, that was today's show, people. How about we just end this? How about that? Let me where's my cursor? All right, there we go. All right, let's get into these promotions, people. How about that? If you could, go ahead and subscribe to this here channel. I would love if you would do that, because since last week I have gained 9+ followers. I have no idea where I was at the last time, but y'all ran that video up. You also ran my subscribers up, and I thank y'all. All right, but do me a favor, go in the description box to the Rumble link, hit that Rumble link, because if things get spicy over here when I'm talking, when you guys start calling in, you can just cut the stream here, continue it on Rumble, and everything will be everything after that. All right. Excuse me. Every Friday I do this here podcast, Market Speaks Live. You can catch me at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But tomorrow, like any other Saturday, come and join me for some God of War Ragnarok DLC, or should I say God of War Ragnarok Valhalla DLC. Come through tomorrow. I'll be playing that. Once I get off of here, I'm gonna try to fix the how it looks, because I fucked it up when I was playing Spider-Man and it was looking great. So I'm gonna go in there after this. I'm gonna make sure that I get everything right for tomorrow's audience's viewing pleasure, and I hope you guys like it. All right. If you ever want to call in or come up and be a part of the show, you can. always, there is a link pinned in the live chat, as well as the number is also in the pinned comment. So please always look at the chat, see if the pinned comment's there. If I don't have it, type in the live chat and say, Marcus, I don't see the link or the phone number, and I will put it in there for you guys. All right. But if you do hit the link or if you call, there are rules. The rules are you must be on camera at all times. That means here on the backstage, and if you want to be seen by the viewing audience. Now, if you don't want to be seen to the viewing audience, that is fine, because hitting the link is quicker than calling the number. But if you don't want to be on camera, please let me know in the private chat back here. Don't make it a conversation. Just let me know with your name and a yes or a no if you want to be on camera or not. All right? And then lastly, I would have to ask, and this is a big ask, please mute all background noise or go to a nice, quiet, secluded spot in your house and make sure you have wired headphones so I can hear you better and we can convey our conversation. And, you know, if you want to debate, argue, tell me something that I didn't put in while I was talking, or what have you, you can do that as well. All right? So, the last thing that I really have for you guys is this. Please like this video, as you did last week. Subscribe, like you did last week. Hit that bell icon to also get all my notifications once I go live. Comment in the comment section once this video is done, and share this to your social medias and friends and family. People, got some words of wisdom to leave to you guys. Look, focus on getting to the money, because we all know money makes the world go round. It also makes us happy when we got cash in our pocket. Also, please drink more water, mineral water or coconut water, because it has more electrolytes. But drink more water for health purposes. Please mind your own business for mental health purposes. And if you didn't believe a damn word I said tonight, do your own research. It helps you out in the long run. I have been Marcus. This has been Marcus Speaks Live. People, I'll check you guys out tomorrow afternoon at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right? I thank y'all for watching, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow afternoon. Peace out, y'all.